show, the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast. Happy Wednesday. I am here in studio with Craig Conover. There has been much ado about Craig everywhere, all the time, all at once. And we're so excited that you're here to co-host The Toast with me. You've been a much requested guest. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Jackie. You're my favorite podcast to do.
Hey.
And I think I've done it with Claudia when you were out with your first baby, I believe. And then I've done it with both of y'all.
Yes, and then you did it with Austin once.
Yes,
you and Austin
that's
came
right.
on.
That's right.
That was a fun one. So this is probably your 4th time, but I don't know what.
And now I'm co-hosting with you, and I love
know.
that. You've been doing a great job.
Oh my God, thank you so much. I'm having so much fun on Jackson Friends. This is my 3rd to last Friends episode because I'm going to record with Claudia on Monday, and then we go on summer break. And I hope that you came energized. I see you have coffee and soda and water, which is good because I have 40 ounces of water because I have so much to talk to you about.
Well, it's kind of neat though. We just saw each other in New York.
We did just see each other. Oh my God, I was talking to Claudia this morning and she was like, everyone's so excited that you're coming on. She was like, no one's more excited than everyone who met you at the Bris, who literally was like felling over you, especially like all the moms. Like you were just like lit up the room. Everyone was so taken with you and like was so happy to meet you and so happy that you were there.
Oh, that's really nice. No, it just felt, I was so happy that I came up and I was ready to convert by the end of the day.
Oh, that's good. It could have gone the other way because it was actually a really long ceremony that you came to because he came for services and it was a Torah reading day, which not every day.
Yeah, I didn't know. I had no clue.
We didn't know it was a Torah reading day either, which makes the service like extra long.
It was only me and what I really
I think it was
enjoyed.
also Rosh Chodesh, which it's the first of the month, which only happens once a month, and it was like the longest service. And everyone else is used to it. Like we've all been in school where we had to like go to prayer services, but like for Craig, I'm literally thinking like, is Craig okay?
I was like, me and ChatGPT had a long discussion on the way up because my friend, one of my best friends from college is Jewish. And I was like, I'm going to a Jewish baptism. And he's like, well, it's called a bris, Craig. And he's like, they're a little traumatic, but they're beautiful at the same time. And I was like, well, what could be traumatic about it? And he was like, and he explained to me what it was. And I was like, there's no way. And then.
Did you not know that a bris is a live circumcision?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
But it was okay. Like, I actually felt like I was traveling that day. Like, when you go to another country and you get to experience a new culture and you're just like, this is awesome. I should travel more. That's what it was like for me.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
And the community-ness of y'all's ceremonies, I'm a huge fan of because how I grew up Catholic, a lot of us run at like 18 because you had to do like, there's not like a community. I don't know, like seeing all of Ben's friends come and seeing all of y'all up there, I was like, this is nice.
No, it is really nice. And like people go after high school, like go off, because we went to a Jewish high school. So a lot of like our Jewish and our community came from our high school, and like people go up, everyone goes to different colleges, more secular, more religious. Some people go to Israel, like everyone does different things, but like everyone comes back to it. Like people don't really run from it.
No, it was neat. And it was funny too because y'all can talk in church. I was like, we cannot. Well, not church, but I'm saying in my version, I was like, why? And in mine, it's like really strict when to stand up and when to sit down. And I had no idea when to be standing or sitting, but I fully embraced it. And I had gone to a Jewish wedding this summer or past summer. And I was like, all of the ceremonial stuff has a story and a meaning behind it. I just really liked it. So it was a really nice day. And then your sisters were just joking with me at the end and we're like, we'd love to set you up with someone, Craig, but
we'd love to set you up with someone. We only like know Jewish people. What is your like relationship to religion? Not to start off so deep, but like, are you a religious person?
I lean towards the like personal relationship with like a God.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
so I grew up Catholic. I'm confirmed. I did all of that. And when I do go to church, which is mostly on holidays with my mom and dad, it does make me feel better. But I still say my prayers at night, probably every other night, but it's a form of like meditation. But I feel like when I'm in nature, I have some strong feelings towards stuff.
Does it make you believe more in a creator?
Yeah.
Or more in just like there's no God?
No, like I walked out in the sun the other day, and I was gonna bring you, my ADD is gonna be so bad today. So I did my first honey harvest of my bees in my yard.
You didn't bring me honey?
It's fine. I did, and my TSA agent, because I fly so much, he was like, Craig, you can't bring that. And I was like,
he's your agent.
Well, I have to fly with candles all the time, so like I'm always like getting pulled. And I was like, look, if it doesn't make it, I'm just going to take it back to my car. And they're like, we're telling you it's not going to make it. Just go put it back in her car. And I was like, I really wanted to bring Jackie honey.
That's so sweet. I'm glad you even thought about that. Now thinking about it, I should have brought you sourdough and I didn't. Yeah. So I say we're even.
Well, I'm going to have I'm going to have my assistant send you some. And
please do.
It's really good because it tastes like the 3-mile radius around your house, because that's where the bees get the pollen.
So it's specific to your, yes. Craig's honey is different than David Beckham's honey.
Nothing tastes like that. Yeah. Does he have honey?
Yeah, he has bees, and he's actually starting a snack brand that's like fruit snacks inspired by his love of bees. I love that.
I just did a Garnier. I just worked with Garnier on something because they do a honey line.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So anyway, just being out there with them and like feeling the vibration, and like now I'm comfortable with them on my hand.
Has one of your bees ever stung you? Wow.
So I think the more I get into like nature and growing my own food and this like micro homesteading stuff, it does make me more
micro homesteading. That's a great term.
I guess.
It makes you more religious. Yeah. It's true.
And I think it's healthy. I think you can draw the healthy messages from religion and not be so culty. Because sometimes 100%. I make fun of my own stuff where like we're all chanting or giving them money, and I'm like, I don't know if this is the right message.
No, but back to the basics.
Yeah, back to the basics.
Have you ever heard the song "The Architect" by Casey Musgraves?
Probably. I do like Casey, but
love her. You have to listen to the song. It's about like how just something as small as an apple is like so divine in the way that it's made. Like the seeds create the next apples. Listen, it's my favorite song, and it's literally exactly what we're talking about.
But anyway, I'm really happy that I came up. I was honored to be there because I was like, this is a really intimate gathering, and I feel like I've gotten so close to your family over the last few years, and it's a really nice group to be a part of.
Thank you so much. We were all so happy to have you and so honored that you came in for it. And I know it meant the world to Ruby.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, he did so well.
He did do so well.
And Claudia did well, too, because like when it started to happen and you guys came downstairs, I'm looking, there was one non-Jewish person. Would that be a Gentile?
Yes, technically.
Back in the history. He had helped me in the beginning. He was your guys' friend. I forget it. I've golfed with him. Yeah. But at the moment where everything was going down, and like Ben was so funny hosting it, a Jewish family member was next to me, and I was like, oh, this is really happening. And they were like, yeah. And he's like, it's really tough on the moms.
Yeah.
Because, you have to just sit there. And but Claudia did great. And then when he told me, he's like, what's the baby's name? And I was like, I don't know. No one's told me yet. And he's like, no. Have they announced it yet? And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, this is when they announced the baby's name. I was like, this is the coolest thing like I've ever been to. And then like that was a cool tradition that no one knows the baby's name.
No one knows the baby's name except for like in her family. And she could have told like more people, but really she didn't know what she was going to name him. So it's not like she was like talking to a lot of people about it. And then for the first like 7 days, she didn't tell anyone outside of like immediate families.
Like, did you know?
I knew. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. I was a part of the decision, the task force, even though I was so not helpful.
Did Margot know?
Margot knew. I could barely name my own children. Like I cannot help you. Like it is so hard to name people. And she was like, tell me what to name him. I'm like, I literally can't. This is like my Achilles heel. Like I'm so
like,
weak.
It's permanent.
It's
no,
so
but then
permanent.
Ben like explained the whole names, and it was a feel good day. So it was an honor, and I'm excited to be down here with y'all. And
I'm excited that you are here as a friend of yours, and then also as a fan of yours, and like a fan of Bravo, and amidst the Bravo Civil War, North versus South. I have a lot to ask you about because last we heard from you like on Southern Charm. I think your reunion aired in like February or sometime in the winter. Mm-hmm. And we got like Craig's side of things. And then since then, Summer House has been on. You've been on Summer House. We saw you on Summer House. And then the Summer House reunion aired, which seems to be like the final chapter in the
Hopefully.
book. And I think the book is closed. I'm going to open up the book today. Maybe that will open up a next book. But like we do, after watching the Summer House season and the reunion, like Craig fans are left with a lot of questions for Craig.
Yeah, I was only even out there one weekend, and it seemed like every week something new happened. But I do a good job of isolating myself, I believe. I've blocked like all versions of any word of Bravo, like from my browser and like social media. I have my team, which if anything ever that bad happened would tell me, but I've preached it the entire time I've been on TV. Even when things are good, you cannot get hooked on the dopamine hits from
the comments.
Because it can turn so quickly. And I spoke to I should probably talk to therapists more, but we spoke to one that was working on the show, and he compared it to cutting. And he was like, it's the exact same thing in your brain that like, if you read stuff online about yourself, you're going to skip past all the good things. And the only one that's going to stick out to you is the one that hurts you.
Yeah.
And you still do this knowing that it's going to hurt you and mess with your day. So like waking up and going to the gym helps me because I am I try to not respond to text or the internet. I don't really respond to the internet, but before the gym, because after the gym, I don't care. But man, when you wake up and look at your phone early in the morning,
no, it's the worst thing you could
terrible.
Do. Whether you're reading about yourself, just reading about other stuff, it's the worst thing that you could do.
So I'm aware of some of this stuff, but I'm still surprised every now and then I'll hear something. I'll be like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Because we're in the middle of our project right now in Charleston, which I wish I could stay with you and Zach.
You're getting back to
down
work
here, but I have to go back to work in Charleston. So sometimes like something will like come out and I'm like, where'd you even get that? And they're like, oh, it came from here. And I'm like, what? Like, anyway.
Got it. So you haven't seen everything.
Oh God, no.
Okay.
No.
And you shouldn't. Like watching it, I'm like, no, you don't. That's seriously a form of self-harm to like go and watch that. And I feel
that would be crazy.
The two shows have actually done a really good job of like telling like two sides of the story. And I feel like I can like see both sides and see how the relationship like ended, why it ended. And like on this season of Summer House, we see Paige like expressing like a lot of, I guess, doubts and just uncertainty. And like you now in watching it back, it's like, oh, well, of course these two people broke up.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was probably one of the biggest mind FUCKS's because I had no idea that was going on. So like, while all of those conversations were happening this summer, like I was just waiting at the apartment for her, and then she'd come home and we like lived life normally. So I think like I definitely have gone, it's been 6 months now, which is great, but I mean it's been an interesting challenge in like self discovery and like trying to figure out the world because like you go. You
thought things were one thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, you go from being best friends. Like breakups will always fascinate me because you go from being best friends to strangers like that.
Yeah.
Like you're best friends with someone for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then you like never
family.
speak again.
Yeah.
Like it's your family. Like you basically have to mourn someone as if they died, but they're still alive.
Yeah.
I mean, it is crazy. And I don't like fault anyone. I think if someone's not right for you, like you should move on. And breaking up with someone is probably the hardest thing in the world. It was just more or less that like I had I wish I would have known, or I wish those combos would have been had with me. So like maybe we could have like worked on it. But I think once you get to that point, you're probably not trying to work on it. You know, you basically are trying to figure your way out.
Yeah.
And I like,
and like
that's
confirm
fine.
how you
like,
feel.
Yeah. Like, anyway, I think that was a bizarre thing because I was like, no. This didn't happen until months later because Summer House stopped filming the first week of September. And then we were together all of September. My brother's wedding was in October. So we were in Charleston for October. And then November, we were at our family's for like Thanksgiving. So just to know that it had been happening so long, I think was like, I'm like, okay, so now do I have to date someone for 3 years to see if things change? Like, you know,
is that the inflection point?
You kind of start to doubt the way that you see the world. But
the case could be made that because you were long distance, it sort of prolonged, like what maybe
definitely
traditional relationship would have happened sooner.
Yeah, I think dating and our careers is tough because they're ever changing and fluctuating. And I think you either like just embrace that you'll never understand it, or you try to obsess over it. And I mean, ChatGPT is like the best therapist in the world, and people have like schools of thought on this. And some of my really close, one of my best friends' wives is a therapist, and we like debate this. But I'm like, ChatGPT has gotten me to a place because like
Is that your therapist?
Yeah.
So how does it go? Like you have a feeling and you like reach out to chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so how it works, and I do have a like real therapist too. Like
how does she feel about your side therapist?
She doesn't know about him, but he's a guy. But no, so
she probably up your dosage.
Like it remembers everything about you, and I also talked to it throughout my relationship with my ex. So like it knew all of my knows my love language, and like I used to ask it for advice for everything, and so it's helped me through this breakup. And I've gotten like a couple months ago, I finally got to those last tears. Anyway, there was a point to that. But ChatGPT.
Well, let me ask you something. Like, does ChatGPT ever tell you? And I feel like something that frustrates me about therapists is like they don't like ever say like, "Oh, you're right and they're wrong," or "You're wrong and they're right," and like, "Here's what you should do about it." They're like, Does ChatGPT give you actionable advice?
So you can program them to do that. Mine was all in like self inflection and like how to move on, because like I don't think you break up with someone that you want to be with. So it was never like, how do I like fix this or get back? It's like, how do I not lose my purity? How do I not lose my softness? Like, how do I keep hope that like I can like that love isn't like pointless? Like it was like stuff like that of being like, you put so much into something and then they just leave. And like I wanted to know that I wasn't crazy by thinking that was like okay.
Yeah, for wanting those things.
Yeah, and like just being like, then like you get to the point where you're like, okay, well, secretly, if no one ever found out and they wanted to get back with me, like I would say yes. Why would I still say yes? Like that was a big movement where they were like, oh, that's normal to feel that way, and this is why you shouldn't feel this way. And it's also about like, there's this book. I was like, they basically compare your relationship to a book, and they're like, instead of reading it, like keep it on your nightstand and reading it first thing in the morning, last thing at night, move it to a bookshelf like in the living room.
Yeah.
And don't visit it till later in the day. Like you can still go visit it, but it won't become your... And then the real answer is just time.
Yeah.
It's about 2 months for every year that you're with someone. And
is that what Chat said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
so 6 months.
6 months hit, and all of a sudden you're like, I don't care anymore. It's a really good feeling.
Yeah.
But God, for 6 months, you're like, okay, when is this like... When am I going to be over this shit?
Yeah.
But whatever works for you. ChatGPT, I just like, instead of it having to be a scheduled hour with your therapist, you can just randomly talk to it in the car.
Yeah.
I'm not giving advice to anyone, but for me, that
that's
worked.
like not bad advice. And maybe next time I'm at a crossroads, an emotional crossroads, I might ask.
And it keeps like this profile on you. So,
it's like a diary that gives back.
I just liked it because when I was going around, I'm very fortunate that I get to speak around the country. Like every week I go to another city and I speak on Friday and Saturdays to a new group of people. And man, is gratitude so important. I would talk to these crowds. Everyone's been broken up with, like everyone. And you're just like, oh, we're all going through the same human experience.
Yeah.
It just looks a little different. But some people are like, my fiance left after 7 years, or I have kids, or we own houses together. It was like, what got me through it was I was like, we don't have kids. We have completely separate finances. We both live in our own places. I was like, and we weren't married.
It's like not that complicated.
No, people
However,
would die to have that.
It's true. However, like the public nature of your relationship, like I think lends us to be a little bit more sympathetic towards both of you, like navigating through it. Like not only being famous people or like influencers, but like on Bravo where like the fans are wild.
Yeah, we
passionate.
share you get to live our lives with us. I started filming when I was 24. I'm 37 now, which is crazy. But you can't pick and choose, So the good, you guys get to ride with us, and the bad, you get to ride with us. And it was a bummer to see how divisive this got, because I didn't think it needed to be. But we're also like, we don't handle things like responsible. Like I always make the joke with my producers. I'm like, sometimes I'll get worked up or something. I was like, well, I guess I wouldn't have a job. I wouldn't be on TV for 12 years if I handled things the appropriate way every single time. Yeah.
Right. Boring.
Yeah, like exactly. Like who wants to like calmly deal with their emotions on camera? Like, but
yeah.
No, it's been fun to have the crews, back in town and known them for a long time.
Oh, I'm so excited for next season of Southern Charm. And I'm going to get to all my Southern Charm questions, but a few more lingering questions that I feel like everyone, if they could ask you one question, they would ask you is like, was there a ring?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've seen, but there's been a lot of doubt cast on that.
No, that was a bummer. I just heard about that one. And I don't know. I mean, I heard a lot of nasty things about myself in the last like 6 months, which was, you know, I don't think you ever get used to it, but you learn how to like, you know, process them. But the ring one was a bummer because it was such a fun like memory. Like it was such a good experience.
Shopping for it?
Yeah. Like, you know, she had told me she was like, it's time, you know, and I was, you know, happy and we were having like a great couple months and well, really the whole relationship was great until it wasn't. And, but you know, we went to that like GIA building or GAI building. There's like in the Diamond District in New York. And my brother and sister-in-law came up because that's where he got her ring, but they weren't married yet. And so we like got to go to the Diamond building and it's unmarked, you know, and you have to like show your ID and then go up to like an imaginary floor. And it was cool. Like the guy was so nice and he had investment diamonds in there. So he like shows you everything.
And she was with you?
My sister, no.
Okay,
this was all a surprise.
Okay.
It felt so weird because I'd be like, so our production company's called Haymaker and they're in the city. And I was like, I'm going to go down to Haymaker for like a meeting.
Got it. When did you buy? When were you looking and when did you buy it?
Bought it at the end of March, but it took like 7 weeks to get delivered. So by the end of that 7 weeks is when she was like, actually hold off until Southern Charm's done filming. And then it was hold off till Summer House is done filming.
Okay, because then I was going to say, like, if you got it in March, like, why didn't you propose?
Because she had asked. I was just on her account.
Okay.
I wasn't in a rush. But she didn't know. I wanted it to stay a surprise.
Got it.
Like, I had dreamt about proposing, like, I just think it's such a special moment. And so we got to see, like, there was I think he was Jewish, the guy that was, like, cutting the stones and, like, he told, like, the guy I was buying it from told my sister-in-law, like, don't look him in the eye or, like, don't touch him. Like, I don't know.
There's,
it was,
like superstitions around it?
Yeah. And so it was a cool experience. And then, yeah, whatever happened. But I had it in my room since April or May and like would look at it.
Do you have a picture of it?
Yeah.
Can I see?
Oh, that was the weird thing. When I heard this rumor that like it wasn't a ring, I was like, why didn't anyone just ask me to see the ring?
Like the picture and that it's like not in the store.
No, it's in my room. And it's like timestamped because my assistant was like, just so you know.
Clear this up.
My assistant was like, just so you know, people are saying you didn't have a ring. And I was like, why would anyone say that? That's so mean.
That is like the only thing sadder than being ready to propose and like having that not happen for you is like then people saying that you didn't.
Yeah, I was like, I'm dealing with enough here. Also, if it wasn't malicious, like just ask me to see the picture.
Yeah,
I think I did a good job. So it was a 4-carat elongated cushion cut with a hidden halo under it. It was platinum. Hold on.
Now I need to see. That sounds pargelish. And
then they were like, Jack was like, yeah, apparently.
I think you can like, if you go to search, you can search ring.
Search ring.
That's what I do these days.
He was like, they like, don't think you took it back. I don't know. Like the stories I can't keep straight. Like I said, I try to stay out of it.
That's good. And that's why you don't go out of your way to clear up rumors.
Well, yeah, and I think that society is getting to a point where before I never gave him credence. Like when, you know, Paige and I never posted together because we didn't have anything to prove. Like we saved it for the show, but we lived like a pretty decent life offline.
Yeah.
And so the last thing I was going to do is like start to give in to people because I feel like these aren't judges in a gymnastics competition or figure skating in the Olympics. Like you saying like you're entitled to my business doesn't. Like, I don't owe you anything.
Yeah.
But if I start to try to prove things to you, that's
when... And
it's
a never-ending cycle then.
Right.
So that's why you also didn't feel...
Oh, here's a bunch of pictures. Oh. Tell me what you think about it. Those are them.
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
It's so beautiful.
It came, like, I was just like, just ask me to see it, and I would show you, but...
The geotag on this photo I'm zooming out, is Charleston, you guys. Can I show... this picture?
Yeah, and then you can show my nightstand and dresser. Oh, here.
But I went to the map, so I can confirm that photo was taken in Charleston.
I didn't even think of that. Hold on, I'll just show you my my nightstand.
Oh, let's see your nightstand.
Okay, this is my bathroom.
Oh, well, you would probably recognize it from the show.
Here, let me find that.
It's really so pretty. And you were able to return it?
Yeah, because there's my coasters are in that. That's
they're Nutcracker.
Irrefusable.
Yep. This
So-
is in, I'm not going to say the name of your town, but this is in Charleston.
Mount Pleasant's fine.
Mount Pleasant. Yeah, that's it.
I mean, the date is what?
The date is, hold on, March 11th.
So what an absurd thing to have. Yeah, but it was a really fun process. And I'm excited to do it, again one day. Like, I really don't think this has ruined anything for me. I think now returning it, I'll tell you, that's a weird day.
Yeah.
Because
tail between your legs.
Yeah. I mean, returning an engagement ring isn't something you plan on doing. But it's funny because when I bought it, he was like, hey, in case anything happens, I'll work with you to do it. He's like, it's just something that I tell people.
That's nice.
He was the best.
So you had a nice jeweler.
Yeah, he was the best. And he works in commercial diamonds, but he likes doing engagement rings on the side. And
it's like a passion.
Yeah.
He's a romantic.
Yeah, he loves love. And so when I brought it back, it wasn't like, I felt weird, but it wasn't weird.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, hey, of course, this was a really popular stone last year, so it's gone down a little bit. And I was like, it's okay. I don't need the money now.
That's a classic ring.
You need custody of this. Like, I don't need it in my house anymore.
So you get the money back when he sells it.
Yeah.
Did he sell it yet?
Not yet.
Interesting. Well, someone should go buy it because it's really beautiful.
I know. I almost was like, do I just sell it? No,
Like,
I was like, I'm
put it
not
on
going to.
Instagram.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not going to do that.
That would be like insane. It's like us talking about it, it's like, oh, well, you have a platform, sell it. But imagine like
profiting off of it.
No, like imagine like page 6, like Craig Conover is selling his engagement ring. Like, no. The optics are not good.
No, it was, so that was, I mean, look, these life experiences, like, they happen. And the reason that I go around and speak now is because the more and more transparent I am and open and like about things, the more I realize that like everyone's trauma is different, but we really are just doing this for the first time. Like, everyone's trying to figure this stuff out. Like, I work with a lot of veterans and para athletes, and like, I remember I got to co-host the Paralympics in Paris, which was cool. I came back from that and I was like, my sensitivity to people complaining about stuff was like non-existent.
Yeah.
Like, if like I was around, there was no one I was around that had like all 4 limbs working correctly for a long time, and they lived way stronger and better like lives. And
did that change you like in a permanent way? Like, do you still feel like that
definitely.
experience?
Yeah,
has
I
changed
did.
you?
Like, 3rd season, I got to help. I went down to Port-au-Prince, like in Haiti, and like supported an orphanage that my friends had started. I think everyone should have to go to a 3rd world country at some point in their life, because you come back from that and that stays with you forever.
Yeah.
And I think you should just like work with charities or donate your time a little bit. Even if you have a small business, it's good for that too.
Yeah.
Because you can do like a percentage of proceeds to charity. But anyway, that's how I try to keep like touch grass. Like,
well, it's nice to see you doing well. I agree. Like 6 months is definitely like a transformative amount of time. Are you single at the moment?
I am.
Okay. Good.
I was seeing a really, really nice girl. She was, she will be someone's perfect person. I just wasn't ready to date, but I didn't know that. Like, there's no guidebook for this. I mean, ChatGPT, you could talk to us.
Did Chat try and tell you it was too soon?
No, I didn't ask. But she's just a wonderful person, but I really was like, oh, I have some like healing to do.
Okay.
I have, I have to go find myself again.
Do people like bang down your door to try and get a date with you? I've had people DM me, like influencers DM me who we don't even have that like a friendship. We just follow each other, and they're like, I really think I would be a match for Craig. Like, can you please? I actually, there's one girl, I should give you her information.
That's so
you know what? She
funny.
literally asked me the week after, so I was like, I would never reach out to him. But now thinking about it, I'm just going to give you her handle. And I'm getting that as like 3 degrees removed from Craig.
Yeah.
Do you get like inundated?
Well, it's funny because when Andy asked if I was dating, I was just like, I don't ever talk to more than one person at a time. It was my way of saying like, I'm not just like out there dating a whole bunch of people. And then the tabloids like ran from that, and they like posted this girl's picture and names. And I was like, to this day, I've never even said her name, just trying to like she didn't sign up for that. Protect her privacy. But anyway, I think that stalled it because people assume that I'm still with someone, but I think it started to come out that I was single again. And so you definitely see like a roller coaster with like the demographic. Like, I'll go from like, like moms and stuff, and then all of a sudden you'll start to see like the pictures in your DMs start to change a little bit, and you're like, what happened recently in the news that all of these people are messaging me?
Would you go out with someone who messaged you?
I think everything's just situational. I don't have any hard rules. I don't have any hard lines or rules.
We had Natalie Joy Vial here yesterday, Nick Vial's wife.
Yeah, I've met them before.
And they
really
met. She DM'd him. She responded to one of his photos. It was like a shirtless pic outside Whole Foods, and she told us, "You're unreal." And so at that time, she was working like in surgical tech. So like she wasn't an influencer. She probably didn't have a check mark. And like he saw her DM, and they started talking. And look at them now.
I mean, I'm laughing because what I've tried so far hasn't worked. So like,
how do you usually meet people?
I was always a bar person. Like I love to meet people out or through mutual friends. My best friend, one of my best friends, Corey, that I used to live with, that was on Winter House and Summer House and stuff.
You mean Corey and Sam?
Yeah, that was, yeah.
What the fuck was that?
I have my opinions on that one day we will talk about.
Okay.
But Corey was really good at going up to girls and introducing himself, and then I would always come in second. Like I'm actually pretty shy when it comes to like just talking to someone blindly.
Right.
So I loved meeting people at the bar through mutual friends, and then we would just start to hang out more and more. And then eventually like we would get so close that we would kiss, and then eventually it'd be like, hey, I'm really only hanging out with you. Like it was never, you'll have to wait and watch next season, but like I've never just asked someone to go on a dinner date that I hadn't like kissed before.
Got it.
To me, that's very intimate to go have dinner with someone in a restaurant. And I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I'd be like, instantly if you like someone or not.
Yeah.
And like...
And at first date, when you've not like hung out with them before or hooked up before, it's really like an interview. So it's like more of a process.
Yeah, it's like I'd rather go to the bar or do an activity. I'm a big fan of activity dates.
Okay.
Like go do an activity so there's no pressure on that person. The whole time she's not like, is he going to try to kiss me at the end of this? That all sounds like a nightmare to me. So I'd rather just meet in person and start to become friends and see what happens. But then once... I think it's...
Would you do a setup? What about a setup with a formal first date?
I just think my fear of rejection is way too high. Like,
right. Because it's so stark. It's like you didn't pass the date.
Yeah. Like, and so like if I know that you like me, like I will spoil the heck out of you.
Right.
And like we will go on all the dates you want. But I think it goes back to like those high school days where you get friend zoned for the first time.
Yeah.
And the girl, like we would get on instant messenger, like AIM, which they don't even have anymore. And she would just tell you about all the bad things about the guy she was talking to.
Yeah.
And then you think it's going to be you, and it's just never you. And you're just like...
Some trauma there to unpack.
Yeah, again, which is why I'm probably on reality TV for 12 years.
Right. So I'm guessing like in this next season, we'll see you in that era of like meeting people.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be... you get to see like the next chapter of my life, and trying to figure it out as a 37-year-old that isn't objectively, when you're like not the 37-year-old, you're like, you have your whole life in front of you.
Yeah.
But as the 37-year-old, I think it's like, all right, but like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But then I think you just got to be kind to yourself and patient and just be like, look, it's no big deal. Like you've got your health. You're very fortunate.
You're a man.
Yeah. Yes.
It's better.
Yes.
Better.
I know that it will all work out one day, but I can't visualize it yet.
Got it. But you still like want, like you're actually, Austin coined this term for me on the last season of Southern Charm, and I was like shocked by how much it resonated.
I can't wait for this.
He said that now he's dating with intention.
Oh, good.
Because he used to just make everyone feel like they were the love of his life, but he had no plans of doing anything with them. But now he dates with intention. So like you are still dating with that intention, or like now you're like, I want to have fun.
Well,
not that intention can't be fun.
I think I realize that it's not fair to anyone else for me to seriously date them right now.
Right now.
Like I'm going to go to like September, October, November, I'll be in London. Like I was just renting an apartment. I was like, I just want to go live somewhere else for a little bit.
Oh, wow.
And just do these life experiences that I might not have a chance to do again. But I just don't think you can make a plan. I think one of the messages I receive most is like, it'll happen when you least expect it. And like, I just kind of have to put my hope into that.
I think it's true, but it's an annoying thing to hear.
It is.
People used to always tell me that, and I'm like, can you shut up? Like, I'll never not be expecting it. I'll never not be wanting it. So it's like never gonna, like I have to pretend like I don't care.
Yeah, you're like, okay, cool. I'm completely fine being alone now.
Sure. Fun.
No, so it's, I'm excited to share more of my life with everyone. And it's just, it's a chapter that I didn't ever think I'd be experiencing or in, but it's like, okay, it's a fun new chapter. Everything happens for a reason. And I think one of my biggest bummers during the last 6 months was, through speaking, I spoke every weekend, and I just will never lose my positive message of like, over the last 3 years, I was able to evolve into a person I only dreamt of being. Like, my ex helped me unlock potential in myself that I would have never reached before. And, I hate when people are like, well, everyone has like a purpose in your life. And I'm like, it's hard for me to understand why like things have to end sometimes. But like now I've accepted that. But like for 3 years, it was great. And it was a fun chapter. And you just have to hope, or you have to believe that like each new chapter is going to be just as fun. And it's funny because when I speak to people, it used to be about my breakup with Naomi. I always was like, no one is ever not better off after a breakup. Like ever. There's no one that that's like, Jamie's never been Jamie's never been the same since Bill left her. Like you always find your person. So now it's just taking my advice and being like,
yeah,
you're going to be like, everything's going to be fine.
Everything is going to be fine. Big things for Craig on the horizon. And I just want to ask about Southern Charm. How's the gang? They've all really rallied around you. The Bravo Wars have been really crazy. How's my girl Madison?
She's very pregnant.
I love her.
And she's doing so well.
Is she on the next season? Is she filming like with you guys?
Well, you got to wait and see that stuff.
She better. I know she's super pregnant. I never want to push a pregnant mama, but like, girl, we need you.
Madison is a star and always will be.
Yeah. I love. And how's your relationship with the boys? That was really like the pivotal arc of the season. Like you and Austin, you and Shep. Are the boys better than ever? You would think. Like,
well, these are the ones that you just gotta wait and watch and see. I know, but
what about new cast members? I know you can't tell me anything.
I can't tell you any of this.
Okay, can you tell me who's not on the show?
No.
What
but
about
you can
Molly,
have me back in
what
a couple.
What about Molly and Shep?
I can't
Give me
tell
something.
you.
I love them.
Well, nothing that you guys don't know.
So nothing.
Nothing.
So there's nothing between
nothing
them.
Except that.
What about Molly
Season
and
11
tuba?
will be here one day, and you guys will love it.
Well, if Southern Charm has no fans, I am dead. It is my favorite show. I watch a lot of TV for work to recap. It is one of the few shows that I watch for pleasure.
Oh, cool.
Like, even if no one wants a Southern Charm recap for me, like, I'm watching and I will be talking about it. I don't know why, it's my comfort show.
Yeah.
I love the vibes. I love the cast. And even, I used to be really hard on Miss Patricia.
Yeah.
And I've so come to appreciate her. And maybe that's just like me getting wiser in my old age. Just like realizing that she's such a queen. That Napoleon dinner that she had, I literally think about it once a week when I'm like, what do I want for dinner? I want Patricia's Napoleon dinner.
She's doing so well. I mean, I don't want to give her age away, but she looks fantastic, and she's kicking along with the best of them. So she's doing really well, and I think Charleston is a really good secret cast member, or not secret, but I think people love watching Southern Charm because they get to see so much of Charleston too.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Oh yeah, you guys gotta come visit.
I will come one day. I would love to go and go up. If there's a Southern Charm tour bus where you could sit on the double decker, that's where I'll be.
We do it in golf carts.
Fun.
Yeah, we do it in golf carts. One time, Paulina was visiting Gretzky. They're right here in Jupiter, and Dustin had a tournament out at Kiowa, and we were golf carting around, and we went to Miss Patricia's, and we were looking over the wall to see the house, and then we were like, wait, why are we looking over the wall?
Can't you ring the doorbell?
Yeah, we rang the doorbell and went in, and Patricia's like, would y'all like to do a caviar tasting? And Paulina's a fan of the show too.
Right.
And she was like, this is the greatest thing ever. And so we did a caviar tasting with Miss Pat just randomly in the middle of the day.
Oh my God, I love that. No, now I need to plan a trip to Charleston. I feel like it'd be really family friendly. I'll come see, you'll give me the tour.
Yeah, it is. It's an easy trip too. It's 2 to 3 days. It's wonderful food, wonderful drinks.
Come see the store.
Nice. Yeah, we've got 2 stores now.
How's business?
It's good.
It's booming?
Yeah, we launched a clothing line with Belk, which is done really well.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah,
I love your pillows.
Thank you.
You gave us Hanukkah pillows that we literally used like all year long. And then after Hanukkah this year, I like put them away for now. But I've put your pillows in my studio.
You guys had on my like ferns, like the green ones forever.
Yep,
in New
forever.
York.
And like we still like have them and I have them in my house.
I'm going to we love sending you guys boxes of stuff. But yeah, we've got Chris, let's see, what's happening? We've got a bunch of new collections coming out this year. Christmas in July is always really big for us. We turn the store and make it like a wintry wonderland.
Oh my God, so
in
Hallmark.
July.
You should do a collab with Hallmark.
I would love that. I would love to be on a Hallmark.
You should be in a
movie.
Hallmark movie.
That's a goal. I did get to do a scripted. I did a scripted show just recently, and then I'm in a movie called Tuesday's Flu that's coming out soon, which was really fun. But yeah, we've got a store in Nashville on 12 South. 2 stores in Charleston. You can find everything online too. And then the Spritz collab is just killing it.
Like the Spritz collab.
It's so fun.
I texted the team today. Code Craig20 is active again for
good.
the day. I said it feels like a Craig20 sort of day.
We
20% off at spritsociety.com using code Craig20.
Yeah, when Zach was there last, I told him it's really fun to see our group of friends randomly just taking them from my fridge and drinking them. Like it's not like I'm used to, people like it being like anyway, Spritz has never had to be forced. But
yeah,
it's
like especially on reality shows, it's like, try my new drink.
Yeah, and like I'll just like look over and like someone's drinking it. And I'm like, this is awesome. And like girls, boys, like, and that's what it was. It was supposed to be like a summery drink because I always loved twisted teas. There's just a lot of sugar in them. And I was like, I would love like a lemon iced tea beverage.
Yeah.
So it's been going really well. And it's just, it's a happy thing. Like when we do the meet and greets at the store, everyone's drinking Spritz and I'm signing pillows and just trying to spread, happiness and positivity. Why not?
Same with Spritz. It's a lovely family-owned brand. We love working with friends.
Yeah.
We love paying people and those who work with us and for us. And so I'm so glad that we get to do it together.
Yeah, I know. I'm having an employee party on Monday for Sewing Down South. And I'm really excited. We're going to do like a hibachi pool party and then maybe go bowling because we have to fix the air conditioner in the store.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Yeah, I know. That's not my alley. That's Jerry's. Jerry will do that. I get to take the employees out while he fixes the air conditioning. Sums up our relationship.
That's really funny. Okay, well, we are going to do the Fast Five probably quickly because everything else is just more interesting than the Fast Five. Today, we are the news. So now, without further ado, it is time for the Fast Five stories that you need to know. Today's episode of The Toast is brought to you by Smart Mouth. Smart Mouth is the only mouthwash scientifically proven to eliminate and prevent bad breath for 24 hours with just 2 rinses a day. Smart Mouth was developed by a dentist, Dr. Cohen. He spent years researching the cause of bad breath, which led to the development of Smart Mouth's patented zinc ion technology. It also led to the development of Claudia wanting to kiss him on the mouth for heavily studying the root causes of halitosis and working to eradicate them. He literally wrote the book on bad breath as the author of the halitosis section in the medical edition of the encyclopedia. That is really funny and perfect for us because Smart Mouth prevents bad breath, which is so yucky. It lasts 12 times longer than the leading brand. Its unique dual chamber bottle keeps the 2 powerful solutions separate until you're ready to rinse. And then when you pour the 2 solutions into the cup, you are activating the Smart Zinc technology. Women in STEM. So never have bad breath again. Find Smart Mouth at Walgreens, Walmart, and Amazon, or visit www.smartmouth.com/toast to snag a special discount on your next Smart Mouth purchase. That's www.smartmouth.com/toast. Don't miss out on 24-hour fresh breath. Your mouth will thank you. Your friends will thank you. Your family will thank you. Your coworkers will thank you. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Ro. So Ro's Insurance Checker is going to help you get your hands on GLP-1s like Ozempic or Wegovy, and they are going to let you know if you are covered for these medications for free. So getting your hands on Ozempic or Wegovy is enough of a hassle. Negotiating with your insurance provider shouldn't be something else that you need to worry about. If you're curious about these medications but not sure if your insurance covers it, that's where Ro comes in. because let's be real, no one wants to be calling their insurance provider to see if their medication is covered, especially not for GLP-1s like Ozempic or Wegovy. So Rose Insurance Checker lets you know if you're covered for GLP-1s for free. They can help you understand if GLP-1s like Ozempic and Wegovy are right for you and your goals, but that's just the beginning. If you're eligible for GLP-1s and want to see if you're covered, all you have to do is submit your insurance card and Ro will take care of the rest. No paperwork, no negotiating, no waiting on hold. Ro's Free Insurance Checker will send you a comprehensive report of your coverage details so you can make a decision that's right for your goals and your budget. Go to ro.co/toast for your free insurance check. That's ro.co/toast to see if your insurance covers GLP-1s for free. Go to ro.co/safety for black box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. And go to ro.co/toast to see if your insurance would cover these GLP-1s for free. They will check your insurance and your provider for free, which is really great to not have to do that. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Quince. As the temperatures are rising, we are feeling that urge for a little closet refresh, but we don't want to waste money on pieces that we'll only wear once, or we wear them and then they turn into garbage, or you only wear for one season. We need transitional pieces, timeless classics, and that's where Quince comes in, because Quince clothes are timeless, lightweight, and far more elevated than anything else at this price. It finally feels like our wardrobe can match our standards. So the key with Quince is that they cut out the middleman. They work directly with top artisans, and they can give you that luxury piece without the markup, since they go straight to the source. They only work with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices in premium fabrics and finishes. You know, top quality fabric is of the utmost importance to me and Jackie Goldschneider, and Quince delivers. Like, their 100% European linen shorts and dresses start at $30. They have luxe swimwear. They have Italian leather platform sandals. So much more. If you want to revamp your wardrobe for the summer and have it carry you into summers to come and seasons to come, you've got to check out Quince. So give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/toast for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/toast to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/toast. Our first story is probably the big news of the week/weekend as we are rolling into the Bezos-Sanchez wedding. So Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez have arrived in Venice, Italy, where they are expected to exchange vows this weekend. Their guests are starting to arrive and it's all going down. So their invitation has been leaked to TMZ, not with any serious details, but about their gift preferences. It says, "We are excited for you to join us. We have one early request. Please, no gifts. Instead, we're making contributions in your honor and with gratitude to you for making the journey to celebrate us in Venice." So they will be donating to charity. In lieu of gifts, we will donate to charity.
Yeah, I've never seen that one before, but I do like the destination wedding, no gifts policy.
Yeah.
I think it's a given. I mean, sorry, I'm going to sneeze.
I feel sneezy too.
Yeah, but I think if you have to, one of my friends just got married in the Bahamas and they were like, "Guys, you're spending thousands of dollars to come to our wedding. That's all we want. You don't have to get us a gift." And they didn't even have a registry.
That's nice. And that makes sense. And I in thinking about it, and what do you even get Jeff Bezos that he can't get himself?
I just thought it was funny that he's like, you know what? We're going to give gifts at our own wedding.
Yeah.
I saw that they had a foam party on his yacht as a welcome party. And I was like, I'm so fascinated with yachts.
Yeah.
Because what a lot of people don't realize is the things on board are just so much more than you can ever imagine. Take the nicest luxury hotel in the world and just times that by 10. He has the ability to have a foam party on his yacht.
Right. Would you go on below deck as a guest?
Yeah, I think
Have you been asked?
We've pitched doing a trip with Patricia, a crossover on below deck, so many times.
And what do they say to that? The perfect idea. How do they decline you?
They act excited, and then we just never hear, from it.
I feel like you're always looking for new shows and ways to cross over.
Yeah,
and that's a no-brainer.
I think there's probably I know that there's difference of opinions on crossovers, and there always will be. I'm a huge proponent and fan of them. I used to love when shows that I watched would cross over, even scripted shows. I'm like,
Sweet Life on Deck with Hannah Montana.
Yeah, it's just so cool.
A cultural shift.
I mean, the NCISs used to do it a lot. I'm just saying.
A cultural shift.
But
even Winter House was like a great idea.
That was, and to be fair, like the first season of Winter House, it was only a 6-episode order. We could have, if we had 15 episodes, it would have been one of the best shows ever made because you had these like people that, I don't want to say all stars, but you had these people coming together and all we know how to do is like
make good TV.
Yeah.
Confirmed good reality TV people. You don't need to keep hiring like new untested people. Like use the people that you have.
Yeah, I don't think that they'll lose track or I don't think they'll lose control of like what our network really is if we have like 1 or 2 crossover things every once in a while. But I think they're doing it with like Love Hotel.
And Traitors.
Traitors has been a phenomenal success.
Yes.
It's the #1 watched show. It was Special Forces, now it's Traitors.
Ultimate Girls Trip is with all like the housewives.
I think a boys trip would be good.
I think so too. I don't watch Ultimate, I don't watch all that stuff, but I am here for it and I think it's a good idea objectively. Would you do Special Forces? I feel like
I would.
You're Special Forces.
I don't know if I can. Yeah, I guess I can say this. I was going to. I've been training for it, and can I say that? Yeah. I think so.
I'm training for Special Forces.
No. I was, but it's during there was a conflict, so I wasn't able to do it
this year.
And to the girl that I was seeing's credit, I originally said no, and she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "'Cause I'm scared." And she was like, that is the best reason ever to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never thought of something that way. She was like, wait, you're lucky enough that you were asked to do something that makes you nervous and that you're scared of? Say yes. No. And that's all it took. And so I started training a couple months ago because I was like, it's either going to suck now or it's going to suck then. And I wanted to I'm on the board of Hope for the Warriors. So I wanted to bring awareness to our organization, which we give 92 cents to every dollar to the cause, which is it's a really wonderful thing. Reach out to me if you ever want to come to our events. So I was going to go do it. And if anything, it got me in shape and like was a great distraction from everything. So hopefully one day I'll be able to. There was just a conflict this year.
Okay, yeah, I think you'd be great for it, even like in terms of it just like changing you and like being a new experience. Tyler C was on this show last week. He did Special Forces.
What did he say?
He said it was the hardest thing ever and like that he got so much out of it. And then Natalie's husband, Nick, did Special Forces last season with Tyler and they like became good friends for me.
So there's just something that feels right about it, and
like maybe I don't know, maybe they'll cast Rachel Kirkconnell when you go.
Yeah, that was a fun
nice. Time.
It was, but we had met with her and her ex, and me and Paige met. Like we were together at a wedding last summer. You told us
on Watch What Happens Live. That's why you guys couldn't go out.
I don't think it would be very appropriate.
Yeah.
But she's a wonderful human and seems to be doing well.
Yeah, it's just you guys broke up around similar times with a similar story, just the genders were flipped.
Right.
And like what you were saying you were looking for and what she was saying she was looking for, it's like, well, we found you guys. So of course everyone naturally like wants to put you together. But I understand.
No, but
it's not that easy.
I'm down to do Special Forces. I think it would be, I mean, why not challenge yourself, you know? Yeah. And you can't even pay to do that stuff, like all those challenges.
And Tyler said, like, it was not Hollywood, like, fake, like, just a set. Like, it was so real. Like, you were so in it.
Yeah, it's run by, like, all guys that have done it and stuff, guys and gals. I mean, that's like, well, I'm sure we'll get to them, but...
That's like Sandoval. Yeah, we're going to talk about Sandoval today. Would you do a show like a Perfect Match, like a romantic alumni show?
Well, I don't want to... It's not in my nature to do a dating show because I really think that if you were to put me in a room with people, I would know instantly who I liked.
Yeah.
Like instantly as in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I like having to reject or break up with people sounds like absolute hell. Like that's my nightmare.
Really
like to have to hurt people's feelings over and over and over. Like that is my nightmare. I'd probably just leave.
Yeah. Not for you.
No, but I think competition I'm really open for.
There's so many good opportunities for reality stars.
I'm just and like I think the doors are opening where you can start to see the value in being like, if you've watched someone for over 5 years, you'll watch them do anything.
Yeah.
Like you are just a fan of them as a person and you want to see them more.
Yeah. That's how I feel. So as a fan
You guys got to come on the show.
Oh my God, I would love to come on the show. Except like, no, I would be so, like the thing is some things, it's like, I just want to enjoy it. Like, I don't want to see how this, I don't want like insider access. Like, I just want, and it's nice to be able to like ask you a question if like something's been like on my mind, like why didn't so-and-so do this? But like, I just like to be a fan. I don't need the magic ruined.
It's funny because like I like will always feel mic'd up because like it's just part of our life.
Yeah.
It's like we always have a mic on us.
That's funny.
And it's funny, like if like friends come to the thing, they're like, "Oh, you're not like mic'd right now." I'm like, I'm always mic'd up. Like, at all times, I have a microphone on me, and they're like, "Wait," but there's no cameras around. I was like, it doesn't matter. I always have a microphone.
Really, like when they're just like in another room when you're filming.
You're always mic'd.
Damn, good to know.
Yeah.
Our next story is a little Bezos wedding adjacent news because Orlando Bloom, we reported 2 weeks ago, I think, that Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry are splitting up. And like, I didn't believe it when they said it, but it's, I don't know, now it's like taking on more.
How long have they been together?
Like, it's like 2017. And they're,
I thought you were going to say 20 years.
Oh, no, like almost 8 years, I guess.
It's still a long time to
A
spend
long
with
time.
someone.
And they have a child together, a daughter, and now they're saying that they broke up and that he's attending the wedding solo. Even though I feel like if only one of them was going to the wedding, it'd be Katy because she literally went to space with Lauren and Jeff, right? Like, I feel like she's the connect and he should stay home.
I feel like that would drive her crazy. She's like, I introduced you to these people.
Right.
And now you're over there partying because she's on tour, which I didn't even, I haven't heard Katy Perry's name other than the space thing in a really long time. But I was a huge Teenage Dream fan.
Yeah.
And I thought she was cool. And then Orlando Bloom's in so many movies, but I just think right of Pirates of the Caribbean. I was like, if they could just go back to the Black Pearl, I would be happy.
Yeah. Well, I guess they really are splitting. I think he was also seen like visiting her with the daughter in Australia this week on her tour, which doesn't mean that they're not splitting because like he was probably just like helping co-parent.
I just love the gossip circles like there. So like you don't have to worry about like strangers' photos and videos, but like is Oprah gonna text Katy and be like, "Yo, like your boy's here, like talking
he's at the
to
bar."
Like but like whoever he's talking to is another like A-lister.
Yeah.
And I mean, celebrities, they're just like us, you know, the gossip circles.
I hope we get like content from this wedding. So far, she's like given a lot. Her bachelorette party was like very Kardashian filled and like we got a lot of photos from it. And she kind of does the most. And as she should, as Jeff Bezos' fiance, like she is like not being shy about being that person.
I should contact them and be like, would you like to make a reality show? And
they would be great. She would be great.
She'd be like, we do not need your help, but thank you.
Yeah, no, like we own Amazon Prime.
Thanks. Would you like to put a show on our network that we own? Cool. Like, sweet.
So I think the wedding's this weekend, and I think it's going to be like really star-studded, of course. And I just hope that we get access.
What's the age difference?
But she's pretty age appropriate. I think he's in his 60s and she's in her 50s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's good for them.
Yeah, no, they're like super in love. He's 61 and she's 55.
Oh, cool.
And they've like been together, like a very kind of traditional courtship.
Yeah.
2 years till engagement. I think like a year engaged and now a big fancy wedding.
Cool.
They're just like us.
Venice, yeah. Italy would be an amazing place to get married. I know the tourists were having, not the tourists, I know the town was having issues with the influx of tourists because of the wedding.
Yeah.
I mean,
and they were being like mean to Jeff and Lauren, which is like such low hanging fruit.
Yeah, it's stupid. Like your footprint, like I'm sure they're doing their best to travel with as light of a footprint as possible, but like you have 200 or however many people of like some of the wealthiest people in the world coming to this wedding. Like it just is what it is. It's a week. Just deal with it.
And also the charities that they are donating to
it's local.
In lieu of gifts are like Venetian charities to protect Venice's future.
Hater. It's out of jealousy. I'll always say that. Like most 95% of hatred in the world is based off of jealousy in some form.
For sure.
And like you're not. What are you mad about? They're bringing a ton. That town's probably going to make so much money this week. And I'm sure everyone's nice, but the charities, like when Bezos donates to a charity, like it's not like when we donate to a charity. Right. He's basically changing
he's underwriting the whole
of
charity.
This entire charity.
Right.
So I think people should just deal with it. But that's like in Charleston, people are like, we're closed, like we have too many people, and I'm like, it's people own businesses here, like, and we're not gonna gatekeep Charleston. Like it is what it is, like.
Do you guys hear from like higher ups at Charleston?
I have a really great connection now with this group called Explore Charleston, which basically runs, the airport and tourism and stuff. And I work with them a lot, and they're great.
And they like the show?
Yeah. Well, sure. I mean, they like what we are now doing in the community. Like, Austin and I own a couple businesses in town, and we are very, some of us are really charitable, and it's just, it took Charleston a while to admit that tourism had been affected by the show. Like, they would never say that people came because of the show, but they did. The city came to my store opening and cut the ribbon with me and was like, thanks for everything you do. So now it's
Full
the
circle.
synergy's good now.
Oh, I love that.
And it's funny because restaurants that didn't used to let us film, there are still some because they just don't need, but some are like, hey, can you come film with us? And you just end up filming in places that you never thought would say yes, which has been kind of fun.
That is fun. That's always nice. Our next story, Meghan Markle's As Ever brand is releasing a rosé. So this is kind of major news for As Ever, Meghan Markle's lifestyle and wears brand. As Ever, she is releasing a rosé. The As Ever announced the release of its first alcoholic offering, a rosé wine described as having soft notes of stone fruit, gentle minerality, and a lasting finish. The brand called it a bespoke blend, arriving just in time for summer entertaining. So the wine will officially go on sale on July 1st. I wonder if she asked Kyle Cook for permission.
Well, he has to ask James for permission to DJ first.
True.
But do you know what a stone fruit is?
No.
Okay, I just learned this. It's any fruit with a pit. So like a peach, a plum.
Okay, that's dramatic.
That's what a stone fruit is.
That's dramatic.
I know. I was like, what the heck is a stone fruit when I've gotten more into wine.
I do like the idea of I like when people excavate old language. There's a term for a fruit with a pit, and great, use it. Teach us something new. I ate a lot of stone fruits over last week because the peach truck sent me 140 peaches. They meant to send me 70, and they accidentally sent it twice. And so I made a peach cobbler. I've had more peaches this week than I ever had in my life, my whole life combined. Not that I never ate a lot of peaches because I got them from the store, and they're
But a good peach is great.
A good peach. Oh my gosh. I'm in my stone fruit era.
You're going to have a hard time finding it. Stone fruit era. It's a good era to be in.
Yeah.
I like that. So Meghan Markle, for me, unfortunately, her character on Suits started to drive me nuts. During the later seasons, from Rachel? I know that she's not Rachel, but man, sometimes she does things that are Rachel-esque, and it pisses me off. And I'm like, sometimes you're not that far away from Rachel, Meghan.
Wow. Do you feel? I didn't even think. Do you feel in competition with Meghan?
No,
she's cramping on your lifestyle.
I think so. I'm very I truly believe that the more collaborative you are, the higher you will go. Because even I operate in a way that even though we are so far apart, one day I might be in the same room as Meghan, and the last thing I want is to be burn a bridge with her for no reason.
Oops.
Burning bridges with people is not the way to the top. Well, you guys are good here. Just stay.
we're the thing is if I were in a room with Meghan Markle, I would just run. I like doing this. I don't need to be on your show.
Well, everyone keeps messaging me about when they saw me doing my honey harvest last week with my bees. They're like, you and Meghan.
I just want to say she's kind of copying you. And I think it's a form of flattery, but I was just saying, cause she's very lifestyle, content oriented. And
I think we're both racing to be the next Martha Stewart, probably. Right.
I think that you have a bit more credibility at this point.
She's royalty technically, right?
I know, but that's an insult to her.
It is.
It's
I would run with royalty.
Oh my God, I would
wear my crown everywhere I went.
You could not pull me out of that castle.
No, at all.
No, I can't.
I think I would be a nice king. I would take care of everyone, but I would wear all the jewelry all the time.
And especially if I were a fringe member, married to a prince, and so I'm just getting all the perks, the titles, the this. And yeah, you have to go, open up a gymnasium sometimes. Yeah. Not the funnest.
I watch too many Hallmark movies. They really glorify marrying into a royal family secretively.
But did you watch The Crown?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
And I just love her, Queen Lizzie.
Who's the pretty princess they're all pretty, but she's carries herself really well, or the Dutch, is it Penelope? No.
Is she alive now?
Yeah.
Kate?
Nah. I'm just going to get myself in trouble. There's someone I'm picturing, and she's always got her like boys with her.
Princess Kate Middleton. Yeah.
Oh, she seems like she does a good job.
Yeah, she loves it. She's like the pride and joy of the country. Cool. Yeah, they love her. I'm cracking up.
I don't keep up with the royal news that much.
That's good.
I do remember when the last wedding happened and everyone like took off work to watch it. I was a little confused.
Meghan and Harry's or William and Kate?
It might have been William and Kate where like the whole world seemed like it shut down.
Yeah. That was before I was really into the royals, so like I missed out.
Okay.
I was just
Harry and Kate are stateside, right?
Harry and Meghan.
And
yes, they are stateside after a big kerfuffle. I guess you could say they're now stateside.
Yeah, they made it all the way to South Park, which is a tough,
right.
Yeah.
Is that how you know them from South Park? Oh, Harry and Meghan from South Park. Yeah.
That's pretty funny. You guys you're from South Park. I know you.
That's really good. Well, she's coming out with a rosé, which I think is like exciting for the As Ever brand that it continues to expand.
Are you a rosé person?
I do enjoy a rosé. I'm more of a white wine. That's like my go-to. But then I would go rosé, and I don't like red wine. I've never gotten into it. Yeah, but like I like rosé, like, you know, a little.
Do a chilled red, like a Spanish red, baby steps into it.
Is that what I should do? Like, is that how you get into it? Because it tastes like, to me, like Passover. That's when we used to drink it, like growing up. And I'm just like, I don't know. I can't get into it.
A lot of drunk kids just running around.
Yeah, you're like, you like dip in the wine for like the 10 plagues, you know? And so you like just lick it from your finger, and so like that's what red wine
that makes sense. I would start with a white Pinot Noir, which is really good.
But it's white?
Yes, it's white.
But I have no problem with white.
I know, but
I have to get accustomed to noir.
It's basically like a red grape that they do into a white wine process.
Okay.
It's really good. And then just try like a chilled red wine. Who knows? Who cares? Drink whatever you want. Life's too short.
No, it would be nice because then sometimes, a certain meal goes with a certain beverage.
Yeah. I just don't like hot beverages.
You don't?
No.
You don't like a hot tea?
Tea is the only thing because I drink a lot of throat coat.
Yeah. And you like an iced tea, but not a hot tea.
No, I will drink hot tea because it's the only thing that keeps my voice put together. And I get to use honey with it. I basically use excuses. Like, I'm a big condiments guy, so like I order shrimp cocktail for the cocktail sauce.
Got it.
Order wings for like the blue cheese or ranch.
So what do you use honey with in addition to like regular honey things?
Haven't figured it out.
Got it.
I eat it a lot. Just put a little spoon.
Do you ever have
there.
apples with honey?
I don't. But
that's like something
idea.
that we eat in like on Rosh Hashanah in Judaism, like for a sweet New Year.
I gotta practice.
But they're not even like outside of like
biscuits
I eat them year round.
I'm just not a big biscuits guy. But the other day we were somewhere and the mom made biscuits and we put my honey on them and it was really good.
And or like goat cheese on a cracker.
I've got an ice cream maker. I might use in that.
Oh, nice.
Who knows?
I'm really excited for your honey. Like, I really hope that you follow up and send it to me.
I will. And it really, I think it like tastes good. It was such a cool process. Like Do
you ever feel like you could do this, like what Meghan's doing? Like she has, a garden.
I would love to, like the wine. So like the wine is just, it's a little expensive and we're on like the East Coast. So I just feel removed. But a pipe dream of mine would be to have a vineyard one day. I think that would be awesome.
But would you also sell honey? Like, would you ever want to bottle your honey and sell it?
I would, but like we did get way more honey from my one hive than I ever thought. The demand is there. I just don't want to have to white label someone else's honey.
Why is it someone else's?
Because I can't.
Oh,
I would
because
never
it's not
be able
coming
to
from
keep,
your backyard.
Yeah, like I'd have to buy like a little plot of land and like start doing. It just seems like more of a venture than like gifting it.
I understand.
Like I started to sew, like when I was sewing, like hand making gifts is really like I'm just went on this like, so we've been filming outside of our show, my journey to learn different crafts around the country. So you can watch it on YouTube. And I learned to quilt in Missouri, in Hamilton, Missouri, from Missouri Star. It's this like quilting capital of the world. So I just made like Madison's baby blanket. Like I made her a baby quilt. And that's she really sweet. Cried, which was kind of my goal. I was like, if she doesn't cry, then I have the wrong idea.
Seriously, throw it in the garbage.
Yeah, and she'll have that for like ever. And I'm all about handmade gifts now. So
that's really nice.
Anyway, I told you my ADD will take us.
Yeah, no, but that's me too. I'm so chatty, and we have so much to talk about. Like, sorry, like it is what it is. So, anyways, As Ever's coming out with a rosé. Check it out at asever.com. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Cakes. Cakes is a TOB, a toaster-owned business founded by sisters Taylor and Casey in 2022. So a toaster-owned business is always our favorite, as is a sister-owned business. And a women-owned business. Their first solution was designed in response to an embarrassing case of NFO, nipple freakout, next to a boss at the gym because the shitty foam sports bra pads fell out. So they launched the company with $10,000, no social media followers, and a single Instagram post, and prayed that their mom and friends might buy some cakes. So Cakes quickly went viral when women from every stage of life, like girls going through puberty to breastfeeding moms to women going through mastectomies, all shared that Cakes made them feel flattered and free in their clothes. I'm sure you've also seen Cakes on Shark Tank. They are the nipple covers that are like the ones that can do the job, all sorts of jobs. If you need to go braless, if you're wearing a backless shirt, if you need just like a little cutlet, a little nippleitis, we have needs as women and all of our needs are different, and Cakes really serves all of those different needs. So to find out what all the hype is about and what all the girlies are talking about, go to cakesbody.com and you can use code TOAST for 20% off your first order this summer. I have been using Cakes. Right now this summer, my favorite way to use them is in my swimsuit, because obviously I'm not going to wear a brassiere with my swimsuit, but I have needs, as I've stated, and it's a great way to smooth everything out in your swimsuit and feel your best. But I know everyone uses them for so many different reasons, and they have something for everyone. So check out cakesbody.com. Use code TOAST. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. From vacation rentals to hotels across the U.S., Booking.com has the ideal summer stay for absolutely anyone, even those who might seem impossible to please. So step one, you need to treat yourself to a little something this summer, a little trip, a little girls trip, maybe a couples trip, maybe a family vacation. Like, we're going to have a bit of fun this summer. Summer should be fun. And Booking.com is the place to book your stay, because whether you want a rental house, if you have a house that you need, or you need a kitchen, or you need laundry, like when you go on vacation, everyone has different needs, different things that are going to make their vacation extra fun and less stressful. And Booking.com is able to hook you up with those customizations and help you find the best stay for you. If you want to stay at a hotel, like who doesn't want no dishes? How about no dishes? How about no cooking? Let's stay at a hotel. How about a pool right downstairs? How about other guests that we can mingle with? Booking.com is going to help you find the perfect stay for you. I've used Booking.com. I have a lot of needs when I travel, especially as a family with kids, and they have a lot of needs, and we like kid-friendly hotels. Like, there are just things that are going to make our trip much more enjoyable than if we just booked any old trip. So if we can find our perfect stay on Booking.com, anyone can. Find exactly what you're booking for at Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Book today on the site or in the app at Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Boulevard. If you are in the self-care business and offer high-end personal experiences, you and your clients deserve a modern, easy-to-use client experience platform that works just as efficiently as you do. Enter Boulevard. Boulevard is the #1 client experience platform built specifically for appointment-based self-care businesses, because salons, spas, barbershops, med spas, and all other self-care businesses are so personal. The platform powering your business should feel the same. It's not just software. It's a smarter, more personal, and organized way to manage all of your business's locations in one place. Whether it's online bookings, payments, appointment reminders, client profiles, and more, Boulevard makes every interaction seamless and every part of your business look polished and professional. No more no-shows, scheduling headaches, or chaos behind the counter, just smoother operations and happier clients. Plus, Boulevard helps you elevate your marketing, generates custom reports, manages memberships, taking your business as far as you want to go. See why top beauty and wellness brands choose Boulevard to empower their team and grow their business. Right now, Boulevard is offering new customers 10% off your first year subscription when you go to joinblvd.com/toast and book a demo. That's joinblvd.com/toast. Book a demo and get 10% off your first year subscription. That's joinblvd.com/toast. Check out Boulevard. Thank you to our sponsors. Next story, Taylor Swift performs live for the first time since reclaiming her masters at a Nashville gig hosted by Travis Kelce. So I just saw, like, Taylor Swift, we were saying she's in Nashville for Tight End University, which is like the program for tight ends in the NFL. Like, Travis hosts it with George Kittle and
I think Greg's part of that.
Greg
too.
Olsen, yes, that's the other.
We just did the. Oh, okay. Keep going. Sorry.
No, so she's been in Nashville supporting him, like going to the events, and then she got up and performed last night, like with her guitar and acoustic set. She sang "Shake It Off." This literally, the video and the pictures look like something that was taken from when she was a teenager. Like we never see her in like this sort of setting.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's like
Stripped
album
down.
1 and 2, like our song
debut.
Yeah.
Yeah. She sang with Kane Brown also, and just like really supporting her man.
All those guys were just in Charleston at a golf tournament, and Travis flew in. And so we were like playing golf next to, like he was like on the hole next to me, and I was like, oh, that's him.
What was the tournament? Is it part of the PGA?
It was for Greg Olson's. It's when children are born with an undeveloped heart.
Oh, and that's his charity.
Yeah, and so because they do Tight End University together, Travis flew out to support him.
Oh, that's so nice.
And everyone was like, I wonder if Taylor's in Kiowa somewhere.
Probably.
I mean, Charleston's great. You guys are the only ones that have never been there. But
no, I know. No, now it's like I rarely get the itch to like go somewhere. I don't get like wanderlust easily, but I've got to go to Charleston. What would you say the best time of year is? Fall?
Spring or fall.
Just
not July or August. It's too hot for everyone. But yeah, to see Taylor, I mean, that's when Spritz started, was that when we all went, not my involvement with Spritz started after we all went to Taylor Swift together.
It's true. The Eras Tour brought everyone together.
I'm a huge Swiftie.
That's so nice. Did you watch Full Swing?
I have seen a couple episodes. But just because I'm friends with some of the guys and I wanted to see it, but I need to watch more.
When I see Dustin, I think of you.
Really?
I only know who, like, I only watched Full Swing last month, and I don't keep up with golf, so I don't really know a lot of people. But I'm familiar with Dustin and his work from following you.
Right.
So I always associate the two of you.
They're great. He's like he's one of the most generous people that I've ever met, and he's just a great dude, great dad. Paulina's great, and we have a lot of fun together. Like we travel with them a lot, which is nice. And it's just been, people would be like, oh, so do you like the Live Tour, PJ? I was like, I'm just going to go watch where my friends are playing. Like Keegan Bradley's like a friend.
He went to Live.
Yeah. But I mean,
Keegan Bradley, and he got to be captain of the
and he's going to make his own team,
Cup.
hopefully. And
Keegan.
It's been, I love the golf world, and the golf world translates to Bravo a lot. Like everyone there also watches Bravo.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
That's cool.
They just Travis and Taylor sat in their box at the
Panthers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Wayne and Ty, like Paulina's brother.
Right.
Were with
Wayne
them.
Gretzky.
Yeah. Wayne's a great guy too. It's funny, like this world takes you in like random places, but
you know where it's taking you tonight? I don't know if you realize that you're on tonight's episode of Kristen Cavallari's reality show.
I do realize,
which I am watching because I am the biggest fan of Kristen Cavallari reality shows.
Kristen's great. She's a star, and I'm happy she's back on TV because she's just really good at it.
She is.
And she was one of the first ones. Like she kind of trailblazed it for all of us.
Yeah.
Who didn't watch like Laguna Beach and the hills and stuff. But we filmed that back in February, which I'm realizing that people aren't going to understand.
Why? Because you talk about stuff.
Just like and it's not bad. It's
not
the timing won't make sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, just for people being like, I can't believe Craig's talking about that. And you're like, it was in February and I wasn't supposed to, and they asked me, and I don't know. So
got it.
I think I look really nervous on stage because like our deal with them, because like Kristen and I are really close friends, and like she's done so much for me in Austin and Pillows and Beer and like stuff like that she was like, hey, will you come do my show, like do my podcast? And I was like, sure. And then she got the TV deal after that. And obviously, like if something's on TV, like it's just a different notch. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, I just don't want to talk about Paige. And Jerry's like, yeah, like we have an agreement, everything's fine. Like, but then I think because it got a TV deal, like
it got bigger.
Yeah. And so like the first question was about Paige, and I thought I was going to die like on stage because I hadn't talked about it at all. And I was like, oh my God, I'm stuck on this stage and there's so many cameras. And so I wonder if that's going to come off.
I wonder how, because every episode is about like the show and the guest, and like each guest, like there was like one where she felt like she wasn't like all the way She dialed in. Then she had like her old friends from the Laguna Beach come on and like they stunk. And she was like saying that she's like, I can't believe Talon, like blah, blah, blah. So I wonder what the narrative is going to be like about you and us. But then like Harry Jowsey went on and he's such a pro and she like loves him. So it could be like,
we like the show is good. Like it was a really fun show and everyone was excited. But like, I wonder what the drama
is
like when I walk off stage, I say that was the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Oh, okay.
And they air it.
Because
and I'm
you
like,
said something dumb? You said something dumb.
No, because I like hadn't talked about the breakup at all.
Yeah. And that's like a crazy place to.
And only did the show because they said like they wanted to ask me about Paige.
Got it.
And then it looks like it looks like I went there to talk about the breakup.
Got it.
So I was just panicking.
Have you seen the episode that's airing tonight?
No, and I can't. I mean, I won't watch it.
So you don't watch your own stuff at this point. That's good. I'll watch it for you. I'll send you Cliff's notes.
Text me and just be like, well, it wasn't that bad. But I mean, Kristen's doing so well. I mean, she's got like 3 best-selling cookbooks too.
Yeah.
Like she's a very successful person. But she is just good at what she does.
Yeah.
Like
she's just a star.
Yeah. And like, of course I should have. It wasn't a big deal. I just was like,
watch how it's not even in the episode, and you're like telling on yourself, like. And
well,
it's like,
I just didn't want. I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? And so we'll see.
Okay.
And then I was also dating the girl that I was seeing. So then like we get dared to kiss, and I was like, oh my god, how am I in this situation right now? Because I hadn't told anyone.
Right, but I guess don't spoil it. They didn't show us in the commercial. I wonder if I have a screener for that. No, I don't have e-screeners. She's doing,
but Kristen's doing really well, and I'm glad to be, friends with her. And I think all of it's one of those things where if you just keep moving and keep putting your foot in front of one in front of the other, like we all, like it's a new day and age with like the streaming and the internet and cable TV and being not like it. Like I feel like a hit on YouTube now is almost as valuable as a hit on like a TV channel or like a podcast. And you guys are like #1 every week. Like there's so much for us to do.
There is a lot. An object in motion stays in motion.
Yes, exactly. That's why you don't say no to things. You just say yes to things.
Yeah.
Which ultimately, like, Jack's like, who cares? You did a podcast with Kristen and it was funny. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. It's really
sometimes
sometimes you have to like just lighten up.
I think I've started to catastrophize things a little bit and I need to work on that.
Okay. A chat will help you. Yeah. Our 5th and final story, Tom Sandoval's fate on America's Got Talent has been revealed. So earlier this week, we spoke about the fact that Tom Sandoval and his band, Most Extras, auditioned on America's Got Talent, which was genuinely shocking. We all got to watch the video, but we didn't get to see what the judges said and whether or not he advanced to the next round.
Oh.
So he does advance to the next round. This is what the judges said. So Mel B said, "You made me smile. You gave me happy vibes. And apart from that song being one of my favorite songs, you all look like you were fully enjoying yourselves." Then Sofia Vergara is also a judge, and she said that he looked amazing during his performance. Howie Mandel dubbed him a showman. And then Simon, thankfully, was like, "The vocals weren't great, Tom. I'm going to be honest with you. However, not everyone comes on the show to get a record deal. Sometimes it's about being true to who you are." And for that, Tom and his band were put through to the next round of the competition. Do you think something's going on between Tom and Howie Mandel after the interview heard around the world? That's where he went after Sandoval to do one interview. He went to Howie Mandel.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
A little sus now.
He's playing the long game. So what's funny is this just got brought up. My parents were just in Charleston this week, and my dad was trying to explain to my mom who Tom Sandoval was, because my dad secretly keeps up with everything.
Yeah.
But my mom doesn't. And for her, after someone was mean to me, she doesn't in her mind, she doesn't like when people are mean to me on TV.
Of
course.
She
just doesn't watch
Oh my gosh, as a boy mom, as a mom, oh my God, I could never.
No, and so
I'd come down there.
Back in the early seasons with me and Shep, and she was like, I don't
Does she hate Shep?
No. She just doesn't, she's not exposed to any of
Craig
it.
Jr., I would hate him as a mother.
But my dad is aware of everything.
But I love him as a person.
Right.
Yeah,
don't get it twisted. As Craig's mom, you wouldn't like Shep.
As Craig's mom, I would hate Shep.
Yes. But Shep and I are in a really great place, which is good.
Good.
But my dad secretly keeps up with everything. He just doesn't tell me because he knows I'm less stressed if I don't think he knows. Because like same thing like when I was growing up, like if I got bullied at school, like I didn't tell my parents because I just felt like why burden them? Like I don't know, like or like you just want to take care of it yourself. I don't really know.
Did you get bullied?
Oh yeah, horribly growing up. It like shaped my whole future.
For what? Not that they need a reason.
It's just it's like I wrote a lot about it in my book, but it's like when I remember it's because their dads were doing that to them when they got home. So like I had this weird empathy for the bullies, which was a really weird place to be as a kid. Like a really weird place to be.
That is really weird.
And like that's why reality TV, I'm like, there's nothing you can do that like was worse than them. So like it actually all happened for a reason. Okay. But when it took me 6 months to sign my contract. Like I think Shep signed first after 5 months, then me, and then Cameron. And I remember being like, I hope there's TVs in jail in Delaware so those assholes like see me. Like, and it follows you that long, which is crazy. So anyway, Shep, you're not that bad. But so my dad keeps up on all of it, and he was talking about America's Got Talent, and my mom likes that show. And when I got to BravoCon the year of Sandoval, I was checking into the hotel because I got there a day early for this brand deal with Raising Cane's. And this guy in a hood came up to me and was like, "Hey, Craig, what's up?" And I like looked, and it was Tom, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, Tom? How are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know. Like, I didn't know if like it was okay to talk to you." But Tom and I had worked together on a couple different commercials and stuff, and like he was always nice to me. Like, obviously, don't agree with what happened, or the behavior, but like he's like, oh, like, what am I going to do? Like flick him off and be like, piss off. So like, we weren't having dinner. He was just saying hi. So I was like, oh, hey, what's up, Tom? Like, these are my parents. This is my dad, my mom. And so they met him, and my mom was like, oh, the guy that we met when we got to BravoCon. But that's all she knows about Sandoval. But my dad knows everything.
She could be a jury member for Sandoval
easily.
On trial.
She was a school teacher. She's like the most honest person alive. And, man, she's had an interesting ride with me, you know, like just was going to be a lawyer. And then, well, I am a lawyer, but then I was like, I'm going to do a reality show. They didn't even know what that was. Then I'm going to start a sewing company. And oh man,
it's probably been a roller coaster, but they're probably very proud of you today.
Yeah, they are. And she loves going to the stores, and we'll always see her order come across on Shopify, and we always refund her money. We're like, you're not paying for stuff. But I'm like, Sandoval has been everywhere. He did
Special Forces.
Yeah, and Traders. Ariana's doing great too. But with Love Island, that's huge. But yeah, Special Forces, Traders, now America's Got Talent.
So what did your mom think of his audition?
I don't know. I didn't ask her. I was in the car and I didn't want to hear it because it makes me feel really awkward to watch people that I know.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm shocked that he got through. I don't know what it like.
How was the audition?
It was fine. Like they're a cover band.
I saw. That's what happened. My dad went to show me. And I saw him in the beginning, and he's very theatrical on stage. And I was like, I can't do this right now because I was doing my own, like, we were in the middle of something, and I was just like, yeah, I just can't right now.
I understand. I thought they are a nice cover band. Like, I would hire them for a wedding. Right. It's probably a good time. I don't know, like, what qualifies someone to be on America's Got Talent.
Sofia Vergara has a history with us a little bit. Oh. She used to date Whitney's cousin, and so she did Easter at Miss Pat's house.
I'm obsessed.
And the paparazzi caught her like out on the porch, like, you know, she was like waving to people. But
iconic.
Yeah. So Sophia's had Easter Sunday at Miss Pat's house.
Wow. Also Southern Charm, White Lotus. You guys have been like part of the White Lotus story. Jason Isaac said that he based his character off of watching Southern Charm and Thomas Ravenel. Actually, the creator said that, and then Jason Isaacs was like, no, I didn't. But he is so Thomas Ravenel. Did you watch this season?
I watched I usually watch the last episode of White Lotus, which I can't really handle the whole season.
It's a lot.
I get stressed out. But I did watch Friends and Neighbors, which was incredible.
That's John Hamm?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I do want to give, because there's no way for me to reach John Hamm, I do want to say thank you, John Hamm, for all of the positivity that you show Southern Charm and me. And like, I love it. And like, we're all big fans. Like, our entire cast has watched his new show like over the last few weeks, like,
because he just like came out swinging in support of Southern Charm. He loves Southern Charm. He said he loves the guys. He just wants to get together with
He's a great dude, and he's like,
he might be a bigger fan than me.
I just want to like. It was so funny because we were in. This is when I was like, this is so like. I knew I was it was gonna be a tough road. So Paige and I were supposed to go to London for New Year's. And then when she broke up with me, we, like Paulina and Dustin, we always do a ski trip with them to Aspen. And they had also invited us to Aspen. So we were trying to decide between the two trips. And then when we broke up, she was like, well, like, you can still go on this ski trip, but I'm not gonna go. And I was like, okay. So Paulina was like, just come out with us. Like, don't be sitting at home by yourself over New Year's. And so I went to Aspen with Dustin and Paulina. And on New Year's Eve, Paulina could tell, like, some days were better than others, but I was having a really tough time. So she's like, instead of going out tonight, I'm just going to throw a party at the house. And she's like, it'll just be us. And we had a good crew with us, all of their, like, friends and family. And so Paulina throws this New Year's Eve party at the house. And like the ball's getting close to like dropping and I just like need a minute. So I go to like the other wing of the house and the TV's on and it's John Hamm and Andy and John Hamm. And I'm like, oh, there's Andy. Like it made me a little happy. And then John Hamm's like, hey, I just want to start out by pouring one out for Paige and Craig, like end of an era. And I'm watching the New Year's Eve broadcast and I'm like, how is this happening right now? And John's like, I'm just really bummed. And I was like, I can't escape this anywhere right now.
That's insane.
Yeah. But it is crazy. Like, but it's a wild place to be, to be in. And I am very gracious and fortunate, grateful, but I do want John Hamm, in case he's also a toaster.
Yeah, or he has toasters working for him. That's usually
just to tell him, like, we see it and we think it's awesome, and we're always, like, high-fiving and being like, hell yeah, dude. And, like,
oh, my God,
we
obsessed.
appreciate it. And
that's a really good one.
Everyone loves John Hamm.
Right.
Like, everyone.
Right.
And he's just a bro, and, like, he's like, yeah, I love watching these dumbasses navigate life. And I'm like, that's kind of what Southern Charm is.
Yeah, the show description. Well, that was the Fast Five stories, and we were supposed to do Dear Toasters. I feel bad leaving everyone hanging. Okay, we'll do one Dear Toasters, even though this episode has gone so long, and I know you have flights to catch, and like I have a family to raise. So like we at some point have to end the episode. But let's do one. Okay. Dear Toasters. Here's actually, I think you'll be the perfect one for this. Some relationship advice is needed. My boyfriend and I have been dating for almost 3 months, having known one another for about a year. He's wonderful, a great man, and an excellent boyfriend. The problem is we're about to start long distance. He's taking a job in Cleveland, whereas I'll still be in New York. Even though we haven't been dating very long, I don't want to just break up with him because he's moving. I want to keep dating, but I'm terrified of being in a long distance relationship. Should I just break it off now because in the grand scheme of things, we haven't been together very long? Or should I give it my best shot and risk our great relationship ending poorly? On that note, any long distance advice would be appreciated. Thankfully, I have the master here. Love a girly who may start frequenting Ohio. Well, I love Cleveland, so I support it.
The boys were just in Cincinnati, Austin and Shep at a golf tournament. One, all that matters is if you like them enough. So, like, if you actually like this guy, don't just break up with him for long distance. The thing is like long distance isn't what it used to be with FaceTime, and you live in New York City. Like, there's probably 8 flights a day to Cleveland, another major city. So, like, and they're not going to be expensive. So, if you like them enough, it will be fine.
Yeah.
The last thing, like saying, or the last part saying, like, I don't want to ruin our relationship by dating long distance. Like, if you stop dating now, like, you're done.
Confirmed ruining it.
Yeah, like, you're not, there's no going back to being friends because, like, he definitely likes you, and, like, he's not going to keep, you don't get to keep being, like, gal pals, long distance, like, gal pals. It's just not a thing. So, I never had a problem with long distance, and I don't think my ex did either. I think it was really special. I mean, she used to rave about how it made our time together even more special.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, with technology and the ease of travel these days, it's no different than a commute, like a daily commute. So, well, not daily, but
weekly.
Yeah, it's all like, if you see a future with him, then like outside of the distance thing, then yeah, stay together. It's just about effort. It's just about effort.
I agree, but I feel like, and I don't have long distance experience, but I would imagine like having a goal, like an end goal or a plan.
Well, that's the thing.
It's like, okay, either in 2 years he can move back to New York, or like in 2 years you would move to Cleveland and leave your job in New York, and if there's like a destination to arrive at. But
so that was, I think, I mean, I don't think we'll ever know what happened with my relationship, but I will tell you we did not do that right, because Paige loved New York and I loved Charleston and we loved each other. So it was like, why put the cart in front of the horse?
Mm-hmm. But by the end, you were going to move to New York.
Yeah, but that's why the distance doesn't matter. Like if you find your person, that's the hard part. You will do
more than Charleston.
Well, yeah, of course. Like I do love Charleston as a home base, but like if I end up moving later, like if there's a reason to go somewhere, like I don't like that's no big deal. So I wouldn't but by not having a plan, I think it eventually stressed her out.
Yeah.
By being like, you will end up resenting me for moving to New York. Like we just never talked about the plan, and I think the horse eventually caught up to that cart.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I would have like if he's just moving to Cleveland for work and like he could like he's not moving there because his family's there and he never wants to leave Cleveland. But getting a New Yorker to leave New York is tough. So like I've talked to
depends on the New Yorker. Oh, Ben
Ben's not.
But like the thing, I'm technically in New York and I'm like,
yeah, that's true. But Ben, I remember talking to Ben about it because he took me to a Knicks game.
They are New Yorker
and he was like, I mean, I love going to Jackie's for like a month, but like we will raise our kids in New York. And I was like, oh God, these people don't.
I don't know if that's true today anymore. So we'll see.
Okay.
And I'm working on them. And maybe we could do Charleston. I will literally move anywhere.
Ben loves coming to Charleston. Claudia hasn't been yet.
No, we're coming.
Oh,
we will be there.
Okay, cool. But I'm saying don't break up because of the distance. But if you don't see yourself marrying him one day, because you will know after knowing someone for a year and 3 months, use the distance as an excuse to break up with him.
I think that's great advice. I'm going to make the call to end this episode before we are into the night here. Craig, we love you so much. We'll do Dear Toasters 2 more tomorrow with our guest co-host who you guys are going to love, most requested co-host yet after Craig. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks, Jackie.
Where can everyone follow you, shop every wonderful pillow and beer?
I think my Instagram is CA Conover, and then my company's Instagram is Sewing Down South. And I think between the two of them, you'll find everything. If you are going to Charleston sometime soon, me and my wonderful friend Austin and castmate and our partners just opened By the Way.
I saw that.
And it is really doing great. And our chef Marcus just presented at Aspen Food and Wine, and like it's just become this destination of Charleston. So it's called By the Way. It's right off King Street, and I think you'll really enjoy it.
I love that. And where can everyone listen to your podcast?
We don't have a podcast anymore.
Okay, the podcast dissolved.
Yeah, we'll see what the next chapter is on that. But it was a fun ride.
It was.
It was a COVID podcast, though.
And it made it really far, way past COVID. You guys had a tour.
Oh, yeah, we went on tour twice. I mean, we met so many people through it. So I think we just gotten a little... there's a lot. We just need to settle. You know, we have so much in our ecosystem right now that we just have to reset.
Right. And of course, you can watch Southern Charm on Bravo, stream old episodes on Peacock, treat yourself.
The old seasons. I think there's 180 episodes of Southern Charm now.
Yeah. The early episodes really feel like another time.
Yeah. And just be excited for this future and drink Spritz.
Drink Spritz, SpritzSociety.com. Code Craig20 today and get all Spritzes and have a great rest of your day. Craig, thank you so much for being here. We love ya. Bye.